Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here with Michelle and Tyler. They are the intended parents of the little embryos I am carrying right now. So today we're just going to ask them some questions in regards to what brought them to surrogacy and other things like that. Enjoy! Alright, so that's Michelle and this is Tyler. And so I'm just going to ask real quick, what brought you guys into surrogacy?
So the short answer, of course, is the same as I think most people who get to surrogacy, and that's that we want more than anything to be parents, to have little people in our lives who we get to share all those moments that parents get to have. The hair-pulling ones where your baby won't sleep, and the amazing ones when your child says their first words, or has their first date, or graduates from high school, you know, all of those great things.
Plus, there's something to be said for having a baby that's genetically related to you. I know that for Michelle, that's not as important, but as is apparently common among basically every male in a relationship where they struggle with fertility, having a genetic link is pretty important. So I'm no exception.
It's true. So in my, my life and in my work, leading up to this part of our journey, I work with families who are very unique in their circumstances. They have lots of challenges or they exist in lots of ways. And so my idea of what it means to be a parent or how you become a parent has always been pretty open. And so, in our journey, one of the things we explored was adoption. And in fact, in our province, adoption is a little bit different in that it's all open. So in the same way, whereas a surrogate and an intended family gets to match and choose each other, adoption here is like that. A birth parent gets to choose where their child goes, and we really liked that idea, that connection. But the sad reality is that there's not a lot of information or education around adoption. And so more and more women are choosing abortion. And all women have the right to choose. We fully support that. But what that means is for every one adoption or one baby or one mom who has a baby, there are an estimated 78 couples waiting across our country for that baby.
Wow.
And so we did complete an adoption application and we paid for those services, and we realized very quickly that that was likely not ever going to happen, because we're at the mercy of an adopted or birth mother choosing us. Mm-hmm. And amongst a very large pool and on a first come first served basis. So all of the hundreds of people on the list ahead of us get to be chosen from first. Mm-hmm. And so that makes it a little bit intimidating and scary.
So in theory, adoption is a great option. It sounds like something that could be good for both people, the mother who can't support the child and the parents who want one. But when you realize you're looking at a 4 to 5 year wait list, or maybe even more, that quickly becomes unrealistic for
not a lot of people have that kind of time, right?
Well, and even if you do, that's if you ever get chosen. Mm-hmm. And so you could stay on that list forever.
You're always wondering what if.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so then your life is on hold. And then to speak to Tyler's point about choosing to have a genetic link to your children. So in our case, our infertility is unexplained. We had done an IVF cycle, the two of us, after we'd had 3 natural pregnancies that failed. And then we did an IVF cycle. We had 8 beautiful, perfect, genetically tested, normal embryos. And so we were pretty psyched about that. It seemed like we finally had our answers. And then we did our embryo transfer, and I made it as far as I did in our previous pregnancies, and then we miscarried again. And it was really at that point when we revisited the conversation about surrogacy, because we've done so before. It's kind of weird to imagine putting your genetic baby in someone else's body.
Yeah.
And so again, for me, because I've always had all these ideas about how you can be a family, it wasn't quite as big of a leap maybe as it was for Tyler.
You get over that stuff pretty quickly once you start thinking about it.
It's true.
Once you get there. And
so we knew we had all these miscarriages ourselves, and we knew that, the doctors were saying in most cases what that means is that there's something wrong with the way my body is treating the pregnancy. Not enough science to say what exactly that is, but probably something autoimmune, and that we should assume that 4 out of 4 failing at the same time is very improbable, and that would likely mean I would continue to have miscarriages around the same time. So that's where we came back around to the surrogacy conversation. And we realized as intended parents, it's actually really hard to get matched with a surrogate without connection to an agency. And so while, of course, from a financial perspective, lots of intended parents would say they would choose to do an independent journey from the first round, really what we get out of the agency is their support around meeting surrogates and helping screen so that the matching process is good. And so ultimately that's what led us to the decision to have a surrogate, is that we had these beautiful embryos and we believed that they could still turn into our baby or babies. And that with the support of an agency, we could meet somebody who was really going to give us that gift and share that journey with us. And we were hoping that it would be somebody who was similar to us in terms of what we felt about that and what kind of relationship we wanted. And we hope by being clear with the agency that that was what we were going to find.
Awesome. Very awesome answers, and you already answered a whole bunch of questions. So that's fantastic. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so I have added a couple of extra photos here at the end of this video, so I have a few seconds just to talk for a moment. I would like to say a big thank you to Michelle and Tyler for being so open and willing to answer those questions. And for you viewers out there, if you happen to have any other questions that you would like Michelle and Tyler to answer, please put those in the comments below and we will do the best we can to answer those. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more great content just like this one. And thank you for watching. Have a great day, morning, evening, time, whatever time you're watching this. Bye!